Retrieval augmented generation can also be used to interact with your source code. So I've created one on a local clone of a GitHub repository which I'm working on. And I can start AI chat with this rag active immediately. You can see that from the prompt. It indicates that the worker ng rag is active, and I can show you some information on this particular rag. So in this case I'm using the OpenAI GPT-4o model, and you see a number of parameters for that model, but also about the rag. So this is something that you can configure, and depending on the configuration you get better or worse results. Now you can start asking questions about that particular project, for instance, what the goal of this project is. And it determines that from the information provided in this GitHub project. AI chat can also execute various functions, so kind of external function calling, and you can start using that feature by using the role functions. As you can see, again, the prompt changes, and now I can do queries that, for instance, involve my file system. I'm asking ChatGPT to show me the content of all the C++ header files in the source directory and all subdirectories of this particular project. It will take a while to do this, but as you can see, it's now calling fsls, which is basically a list function on a particular directory. And then you see it calling the fscat function, which will basically retrieve the contents of a given file. And as you can see, the source code appears on my screen, file by file, class by class. You can also ask questions about your source code. For instance, which are the member functions of a certain class, in this case, the result class. And then you get indeed a list of all the functions that are defined as member functions in that particular class. I can now also ask to generate documentation for a member function in a certain class. For instance, the next member in the work parser class. And as you can see, you get a quite decent Doxygen documentation string with a brief description, a more lengthy description, and also the return type. In short, rags can help you to understand source code better, whether it's your own or that of someone else, because you can simply ask natural language questions about it and get, in my opinion, pretty decent answers.